Chapter 116. Demon Ghost Spirits Helplessness. Dead Guhai, Bad Guhai, Supervillain. Long when you ran out of the Genin Hall, kicking stones alone on a small hill with a face of indignation. Not far away, the group of people following Long Wanyu had stopped, because the people understood that Long Wanyu was now in a rage. Whoever went up, whoever was unlucky. As long as Long Wanyu was not in danger, it was fine. Long Wanyu kicked the stone and kept cursing Guhai. Twice now. Last time he was teased once, this time again. How is that a song for people to listen to? Let me listen to it all. Guhai is just a big bad guy. Long Wanyu reddened her eyes and continuously cursed Guhai. Ha ha ha, little girl, you can't stand one song. Suddenly a voice rang out from within Long Wanyu. Only Long Wanyu could hear it. I want you to care, dead demon ghost spirit, Long Wanyu said angrily. Do you want to take revenge? Just fuse with me, that's all. The voice of the demon ghost spirits inside Long Wanyu sounded again. You're no good either. Why didn't you remind me just now? Causing me to listen to such an unpleasant song. And you still have the nerve to say it. Long Wanyu said angrily. Demon ghost spirit. I know. You just closed your consciousness. You couldn't hear it then. Long Wanyu's eyes glared. It was too hard to hear. So, Demon Ghost Spirit said awkwardly. You said you'd share the same difficulties, but you're hiding, and didn't inform me, leaving me to listen alone. You're no good. Long Wanyu said angrily. Don't you want to take revenge? You don't have the ability right now. Look, you can't even deal with Guhai. How can you take revenge? Fuse with me. You'll immediately have power. Huge power. You'll receive my memories. Let's fuse. The demon ghost spirit persuaded. HMPH. You're not a good person either. Don't even think about it. Long Wanyu said hatefully. Didn't you already fuse half of it last time? Look, since childhood, who coaxed you? It's still not me. I've been talking with you. I've been relieving your boredom. You and I fused. Where is it not a good thing? You can see the future once a month. Or I helped you. We fused. It's good for you. You can take revenge. You can beat Guhai flat. You can do whatever you want. Just fuse. The demon ghost spirit whispered persuasively. Don't even think about it. Long Wanyu said hatefully. Why, you weren't this resolute before. I promised my sister. I will definitely do it. Long Wanyu's eyes suddenly reddened once again. Long Wanqing. She's all dead. Demon Ghost Spirit said in a deep voice. It's up to you. It's up to you. I'll listen to my sister. Want me to fuse with you? Dream on. Unless my sister comes alive. Unless my sister comes alive, Long Wanyu resolutely said with red eyes. The demon ghost spirit was anxious for a while, and could only advise, little girl, Long Wanqing's words aren't necessarily right. Otherwise, she wouldn't have died. Her death shows that she wasn't alright, and she's dead. What do you want me to do? Don't say anything bad about my sister. My sister is the right one. Since I was a child, my sister has only made one request to me, requesting that I don't merge with you. So just die. My sister's only request. I will definitely comply, Long Wanyu stubbornly said. The demon ghost spirit was torn for a while and said bitterly, but don't say my sister again, otherwise I will never speak to you again. Long Wanyu glared. Come on, when I didn't say it, when I didn't say it. Alas, why am I so unlucky? Demon ghost spirit said bitterly. One of Long Wanyu's fuss suddenly made it impossible for the banquet to continue. But it was good that the things that needed to be said were also said. It was also enough that the divine martial king had received Guhai. And below that, it would be fine for Sima Changkong and the others to make contact with Guhai. Gao Xianzi officially became the 6th army commander of the Genin army. Guhai's residence. Guhai flipped through the large amount of information sent by Sima Changkong, and to the side stood Gao Xianzi. After a while, Guhai slowly put down the information at hand and looked at Gao Xianzi. Gao Xianzi, tomorrow, you will take over the 6th Legion, Gu Hai solemnly said. Yes, Gao Xianzi answered. Looking at Gao Xianzi, Gu Hai smiled slightly and said, just now, King Shenwu sent a large amount of rewards to you, so I guess he wants to pull you in. I am the first army commander of the Great Han Dynasty, always, Gao Xianzi said with a solemn expression. That's fine. I don't mind others pulling you in. You're a smart person. If Great Han really can't give you enough, and you're pulled in by others, it's just my incompetence. I don't blame you, Gu Hai laughed. Gao Xianzi's face changed and said, Emperor, don't worry. In today's world, Gao Xianzi only serves the Emperor and only recognizes Great Han. No harm. I recommend you to lead the 6th Legion of the Zhenan army, so I am confident that you won't be tapped by others. This is an opportunity for great training. Grasp it well. In the future, the 1st Legion of the Great Han Dynasty will still need you to open up the frontier for me. This 6th Legion, just take it as a practice for you, Gu Hai said indifferently. Yes, I will not let your majesty down, Gao Xianzi smiled. Using someone else's soldiers to refine his own marshal, only Gu Hai was so confident that Gao Xianzi would not rebel against Great Han. Remember, when you lead the troops to the battlefield, collecting your heart is the main thing. You, the 6th Army Corps. I believe that it will surely go all the way to the top, but I hope that when you step down from the position of the 6th Army Corps commander in the coming days, it is not that you will come back alone, but you will come back with a group of strong men following you, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Yes, Gao Xianzi keeps this in mind, Gao Xianzi answered. All right, you go ahead and get ready, Gu Hai commanded. Yes, Gao Xianzi exited the study where Gu Hai was. As Gao Xianzi left, Gu Hai once again looked through the information for a while. In the evening, Sima Changkong once again brought someone to deliver a batch of information. Mr. Gu, you're really fast at reading. So much information, you've finished reading it all. Sima Changkong was surprised. Gu Hai smiled faintly and said, I'm just a laborer, I guess, but there's something that I want to ask Mr. Sima to help. Oh, Sima Changkong said doubtfully. I want to see Mo Yike, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Mo Yike, Sima Changkong revealed a hint of surprise. Not bad, your information shows that Mo Yike is suspected by Liu Yong, and is under Liu Yang's surveillance. He spends all his days fishing in his mansion, banquets. Oh, I want to meet him. Don't you have a spy on the opposite side? Let me meet with Mo Yike, Gu Hai laughed. What do you want to meet Mo Yike for? Sima Changkong was slightly stunned. Wouldn't it be good if I could persuade Mo Yike to surrender? Gu Hai laughed. Impossible, right? Although Mo Yike is suspected by Liu Yong, but his heart is too high. We have thought about it before. No. We have also sent someone to quietly persuade him to surrender. But it's a pity. Sima Changkong shook his head and said, even if we can't persuade him to surrender, I still want to meet him. Because after all, he was Liu Yang's most trusted person in the past. A lot of Liu Yang's secrets are open to him. I want to find out some things from him, Gu Hai solemnly said. Sima Changkong was slightly stunned and was silent for a while. Sima Changkong didn't advise Gu Hai not to risk his life, because Sima Changkong understood that these things, Gu Hai must have considered them clearly long ago and didn't need to be reminded by himself. How? Your spy. Do you have this right? Gu Hai said doubtfully. Perhaps it can, however, one needs to be careful. Sima Changkong nodded. A few days later, the city where Liu Yong was located, Northwatch City. Liu Yang's army was stationed here. Gu Hai and Sima Changkong, however, entered North Hope City after disguising themselves. The Great Jin detail may not have a high official position in the Great Ying dynasty, but with this city of over 100 million, it was not difficult to bring two people into the city. By the evening, Gu Hai and Sima Changkong spent a little bit of makeup, followed an official, and headed to Mo Yika's residence for a banquet. With a few strokes of the brush, Gu Hai and Sima Changkong liked to different people. In the evening, Mo Yike's residence was filled with guests. Even if Mo Yike is now out of favor, no one dares to underestimate. Who can guarantee that one day Mr. Mo will suddenly be in favor again? The emperor did not say anything. What are you worried about? Now make good friends with Mr. Mo, but in the future, there is a great convenience. All the officials politely went to Mo Yike's residence for the banquet. Gu Hai and Sima Changkong followed behind one of the officials, also looking for Mo Yike. Everyone, inside please. Welcome to my humble abode. Mo Yike stood at the entrance of a hall and said politely to the guests, Mr. Mo. Thank you Mr. Mo for the invitation. I am coming late. I hope I am not to blame. This time, I brought two subordinates. I hope I didn't defile Mr. Mo's residence. That official smiled respectfully. Mo Yike was slightly stunned. Two underlings. Other people also brought underlings and bodyguards. None of them mentioned it. Why did you mention it? Mo Yike curiously looked at the two underlings. One of them, Gu Hai, had drawn his eyebrows and kept a beard, long gone from his previous appearance. Mr. Mo, long time no see. Gu Hai smiled faintly. Mo Yike's pupils abruptly shrunk, and he wanted to scream out, because Mo Yike recognized Gu Hai at a glance, and there was no mistaking that look. Gu Hai had mixed in. Instead of being shocked and angry, Mo Yike revealed a hint of joy. Looking at the other side, Mo Yike sucked in his breath. This is Sima Changkong. He also came. Lord Chen, your clothes are dirty. Someone come. Take Lord Chen to the inner room and change into clean clothes. Mo Yike was the one who ordered. However, he saw that the Lord Chen who brought Gu Hai and Sima Changkong here did have a water spot on his clothes, but Gu Hai had deliberately wet them earlier, just to give Mo Yike an excuse. Many thanks, Mr. Mo, Lord Chen answered. Two subordinates personally came to invite Lord Chen and Gu Hai and Sima Changkong to head to broaden their clothes. Mo Yike continued to welcome the guests as if nothing had happened. After most of an hour, the people who should have come were almost here. The guests are all here. Close the door and thank the guests, Mo Yike commanded. Yes. The door of the Mo mansion closed with a bang. I'm going to change my clothes. Guests in the mansion, treat them well, Mo Yike commanded. Yes. The crowd of subordinates answered. Mo Yike hurriedly headed to the backyard, which was in the middle of a hall. Gu Hai, Sima Changkong and Lord Chen were looking at the inner arrangements. Ha ha ha, Mergu, Mr. Sima, you guys are so bold, daring to trespass my residence. Mr. Mo laughed as he crossed into the hall.